Welcome to another video, A Walk on the Wild Side, and I'm here in Poulton-le-Fylde, just outside Blackpool. In fact, it's pretty rural. I'm in a house here, just on the edge of Poulton. I just want to show you out the window. You want to see the view out here? I can see green fields out there. Yeah, so this is the view outside the front window. Look at that there. Greenbelt land over there, yeah. Poulton-le-Fylde, FY6. A very exclusive postcode just outside Blackpool. But I want to show you something amazing. So I'm here in this bedroom, and as I turn the camera around, look at this. This is a Wurlitzer, and it's owned by Steve Austin here. And you're going to tell me the history about this and how this got here.
Well, very briefly, I have to confess that it's not a real Wurlitzer pipe organ. It's a digital reproduction. And my partner and I, John Nuns and myself, many years ago we discovered the computer program that runs this piece of equipment. And we thought, how can we get one of these? So we acquired an empty console, which is the shell, the wooden shell, and John restored it from being an absolute wreck to what you see now. And then we acquired all the keyboards, the stop tabs, the computer program, the speaker system, and it took us 3.5 years to build it from scratch up to a working Wurlitzer instrument. We're thrilled and delighted with it.
It's absolutely incredible. I cannot believe it. If I just turn the camera around. And now I heard Steve play some tunes. You will hear some tunes from this, and it sounds absolutely amazing. So like Steve said, this is a digital Wurlitzer, so it's not like the one that they have in the Winter Gardens and the Tower.
No, those are bona fide pipe organs.
So those are actual pipe organs. Of course, the most famous Wurlitzer in the world has to be the one inside the Tower ballroom, doesn't it? Yeah. It's probably, would you say that was what made the Wurlitzers sort of famous, really?
They always were popular when they were put into cinemas originally for accompanying silent films. But then the talkies came along and the theatre organs were used for intermissions and playing the house in, playing the house out. But the Tower Ballroom Wurlitzer is unique for its situation, being used for dancing as opposed to being in a cinema, and that's what makes that instrument one on its own.
Yeah, and to see this, I mean, we're just in a normal house here, but to see this incredible instrument here in a bedroom, it's
not much room for bed.
And like I say, I did hear, and Steve, you have played the Wurlitzer at the Tower Ballroom.
I have had a go, yes.
And you've also played it at the Winter Gardens, because they've got two Wurlitzers at the Winter Gardens, haven't they, as well?
The one in the Opera House, which is the last one that ever came into the country in 1939.
Yeah.
And then a rebuild in the Empress Ballroom.
Yeah. And hopefully they will have another open day next year. I don't know, do you know if they're going to have another open day at the Winter Gardens? I hope they do, because it was really good. So hopefully we'll get to see another open day at the Winter Gardens next year, but we'll have to see. But I think I'll just show you around. In fact, I'll just turn the camera around. So we've got it connected up to these speakers here.
Yes.
And normally, obviously, it would be a pipe organ, and it would come through pipes and come through the stage, underneath the stage. Is that right? Yeah.
If this were a pipe organ, we'd have to have the house next door as well.
Yeah. And I just want to show up here. Down here, of course, we've got the foot pedals, of course. Down here, I mean, to me, this looks. I wouldn't have a clue where to start with this thing. Look at you've got 4 banks of keyboards, and you've got all these switches around the side. Are they like different voices or things like that?
Exactly, yes. They switch on the different ranks, shall we say, of digital pipes. And you control the sound that you want, the type of sound that you're after for whatever you're playing by a combination of this. It's like being in a kitchen with a cupboard full of different ingredients, and you can mix and match according to what you want.
Yeah. And just over here, like we said, with it all being digital and all technology and everything, this one very, very different, of course. You've got it hooked up to this. Is that a computer you've got here? You've got a screen here with...
That's running the program that runs this, and that's a depiction of everything that's on the instrument.
That's absolutely amazing. I think we'll have to hear it play.
Do you think so? I hope this gains you a follow. Right, well, I think one of my favourite marches which shows it off, it's called Down the Mall. Thank you.
Well, what about that? Absolutely amazing. Thanks to Steve here for playing that tune on the Wurlitzer. That was absolutely, you know what, obviously not from the period of silent movies and when they used to play the Wurlitzers and that in the theatres, but it just seemed to bring back the magic. Just the sound of it was unbelievable, and it being a digital as well, it didn't seem to, for me, although this is not a pipe organ like they would have at the Winter Gardens or in the tower, the sound is absolutely magical.
We think so. Thank you.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. So what I thought I'd do is I'm now sat at the organ now, and I'm going to play. I'm just going to turn you around. Right? Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness! But where do I start with this? What? Look at all these switches here.
Well,
I have no idea where to start.
what I will do, look, I'm going to press one of these buttons here, which we call a piston, and any of these allow the organist to set up his own particular combination of sound. So if I push a piston, you'll see all the stop tabs move about.
Oh, look at that. It's like magic.
And that, so you don't have to fiddle around with 260 stop tabs. It's all preset for you. So now you're away, you've got sounds.
And don't forget down here we've got the foot pedals for the bass. Can you hear that? Ooh. This goes right across. What are these pedals here, Stephen?
Those are for controlling the volume.
And these are for
in a real
controlling.
pipe organ, they open like huge Venetian blinds that are in front of the pipes in chambers. But on here, of course, it's like turning up a volume control expression.
Right, so I'm going to play a little tune now for you. This is the only tune that I know, so let's see how I do. I'm going to choose this particular bank here. Let's go.
It's a start.
It's a start, isn't it?
It's a start.
It's a start, folks. But you never know. If I spend a bit of time on this, they might have me at the tower at this rate. What do you think?
Yeah.
We'll have to see. Anyway, thanks very much to Steve for showing us this amazing Wurlitzer here in his bedroom. A digital Wurlitzer. Is this the only digital Wurlitzer?
No, there are others around the country, but we're all a bit unique. Everybody has a different version.
Yeah, so there you go. And the sound, like I said, I just honestly, I can't. I don't know if it comes through in the video, but the sound, the sound through this, it's magical. It's really, really magical. And thanks once again to Steve for showing us.
Thank you.
And I hope you like this video. And if you do, hit the like button and also hit subscribe. And don't forget to tick the bell for notifications of new videos. And I'll see you again on the next one.